And I agree with you in a sense of how typically to make things tick. Like I was always like, bro, like even just coaching, like I don't blow up like that. You know what I mean? I'm not that person. I'm super chill at practice. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there cracking jokes with you, but when it's time to work, it's time to work.
So I crack jokes all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And then for me, it's never really a blow up unless someone is being.
Oh, bro,
awful.
I blew up one time while coaching, and it was because I felt like I don't know what the fuck was up with us. And I remember I just took him to the back by one of the bungalows, and I just like tore into him. And I had to talk myself up to do it because like in my mind, I'm like, I know, and that's where you got to know your people.
Yep, exactly.
I knew I had good players.
Yep.
And I knew that they were tough. I knew that they were mentally tough. I knew that they played sports their whole life.
And they could take it.
So they could take it. I didn't have people that was just going to tuck their tails and curl up like that. And it happened to be during this game where I felt like it wasn't clicking. The urgency didn't seem like it was there. You're yelling it to them, and I'm not seeing it turn over. I'm not seeing the change of pace or whatever it may be. So I remember we got to halftime, and I remember I just fucking tore into them. You know what I mean? And they were seniors, and I fucking let them have it. And then the look on their face was like, shit. You know what I mean? And that's why I like being the coach that I am, because they know that I don't get upset like that.
Right? You aren't upset all the time.
So when I blow the fuck up, y'all caused this.
Yeah.
For a good reason. You know what I mean? But then I'm the first one to fucking hug you.
Exactly. I think that's the more you love your people, the harder you can be on them.
Yeah.
That is my
100%. You can't be hard on people and not show love to them. I'm sorry. And so shout out one of my old players, Reef Dove. So Reef, I called him white chocolate. He was my little T. We called it an H in our office. So our slot guy.
Okay.
And we run fucking fly sweeps with him and shit like that, right? And going into his senior season, he lost his mom to cancer. And his dad at the time they were from the Southern California, so like the San Diego area. Mm-hmm. So his dad would work in San Diego. So he would be with his mom and his grandparents here. And he would always, so his mom was really, that was kind of his thing. And she had been battling cancer for a while. And so literally at the start of our football season, right before the start of his senior year, his mom passed away. And so now you're talking about a 17-year-old boy, whose mom just passed away from cancer, and all he wanted to do was play football. Okay, so I get it. I get that's how you get away from everything. And the hardest thing was for me to coach him that year.
It's a hard dynamic.
It was a hard dynamic because how far do you push? And he was already not sensitive because he was a tough son of a bitch, but he was sensitive before. Like, you know what I mean? Like he internalizes it a lot because he tries hard. Like he gives you everything. And so I remember it was just a time in practice where we're just like, we're going. And I'm just like, I noticed that the production kind of isn't there. And I had to look at myself as a leader. Like, is it not there because like he's struggling, or because I'm not demanding enough from him? And bro, I must have ripped into him one day. And I had to walk away because I almost started crying as I was doing it because I felt so bad doing it. But bro, I think that for the following game, bro, he ended up having like 300 and something yards. Like it was bananas what he did that next game. And I was like, it worked, but everything in me, I didn't want to do it, but I knew at some point you can grieve, but at some time, like life just has to fucking keep going.
Bro,
and I feel sorry business. For you. But you know what I mean? Like I feel so bad about it. And I know that you will never get over it if I don't tell you, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to grieve, but life doesn't fucking stop.